We will be multiplying decimals using models. This is huge. Once again, please remember, while I was making these videos, it was at a time where I really have no idea if there's going to be any testing next spring. But if there was, this is a huge part of the testing. These people, they love multiplying. Anytime you multiply, they love to use an area model. Why is that? Well, because if you were going to find the area of something, let's just say my figure here, we know that area equals length times width. So they love to use these models, area models, to illustrate multiplication. Multiplication of whole numbers, multiplication of decimals, multiplication of fractions, everything, area models, up the wazoo. So it's important that you know how to do that in case we have the test in the spring, but also so that you can sort of visualize. I think that's why they do it, is rather than just following a bunch of steps, they want you to be able to visualize the multiplication. So we're going to start by multiplying two decimals, 7/10 times 3/10, using an area model. So I'll write that down. 7/10 times 3/10. Now, to multiply using an area model, you do need your two contrasting colors of colored pencils, crayons, whatever you got. So here's the question we're going to use as an example. And this time I've got a nice big work mat to show you, but it meant way more coloring for me. I mean, yay, yay! Okay, anyway, so first thing I do is I take the first factor and I color that in on my area model using the first color of my choice, which I have done here. Here's my question, and here is my coloring. You can see I've done this vertically because if you count across the top, you will see that is 7/10. So far, so good? Okay. This is not like addition though. Addition, we just kept on coloring vertically, right? Multiplication is different. We are now multiplying. So my second factor of 3/10, I'm going to color in across horizontally using a contrasting color. And I will show you how I'm going to do that. Again, try and be as neat as possible. I know we don't all love coloring. Okay, so I am coloring horizontally. And I usually do my first one vertical and my second one horizontal so I don't get confused. Okay, so here I have it done. So this model illustrates 7/10 times 3/10. So what's my answer? Here's the cool part. The answer is the number of little squares that have both colors in them. In this case, it's pink and blue. So if we count them all up, right, you can see that here I have 1, 2, 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. So I have 21 hundredths with two colors. Can you see that? I'll get it up real close. So you can count them yourself. You should count 21 of the little squares. And since each little square is 1/100th, and I have 21 of the squares, that means my answer is 21 hundredths. So I would just write that down here, equals 21 hundredths. See? That's how I got my answer. Kind of cool. Now, you might say, well, what happens if I have, that was great. I mean, but there were no whole numbers in here. What happens if you have something like, I don't know, something like this with a whole number? Can you do that with models? Yes, you can. And you do it the same way as I just said. Take your first factor and color that in your first color. And that will look like this. So I've colored in 2 and 1/10. I've done that vertically, okay, because that's my first factor. My second factor, 4/10, I'm going to color in horizontally with a contrasting color. And I'm going to color across all the models, not just one. Don't just stop. Don't just stop. You color all the way across. And if you like, what you can do, I'm not going to be mad, is you can make a line before you color like this. See? See, I made my line all the way across, and that reminds me to color all the way across. Now, oops, I'm outside the lines a little bit. Oh my God. Oh my God. My kindergarten teacher will be so mad. If she's still alive. Anyway, oops, I'm sorry, that was terrible. So, my jokes are awful. So there, now I've colored all the way across. And if you like, I'm gonna even keep on going. Because I forgot to keep on going. Oh, okay. All right, so there we go. I colored all the way across in my contrasting color. My product, my answer, is going to be to count up all the squares that have 2 colors in there. So, if I count here, I have 4/10, right? Because this is across 4/10 and 4/10, 8/10. So I'm going to write it down as I do it. 8/10. And now this little guy, this isn't a tenth, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 hundredths. Can you see that? 4 hundredths. Oh, and that's my answer. 8/10 and 4 hundredths, or 84 hundredths. You can count those up. I'm going to hold it up. You can count those up for yourself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8/10, right there. And 4 hundredths, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 hundredths. And that's my product. There you go. So,